What's something you'll never live down?
Still to this day, it gets brought up. I'm 33 years old. When I was 17, I shit myself in an A-level English class. And in class, I look, I didn't mean to. It was sort of halfway between a full one and a follow-through. Like, it wasn't a major incident, you know. Amber alert.
Was there smell?
Yeah, and like a little wet patch on the chair.
Oh, no. Your stand-up clips are so good. I went back to that builder one again. I just see you in 6 weeks. You'll come back. What did you say? I'll come back and watch the rest of the show in 6 weeks.
Thanks, mate.
It's so true, though.
You'll have to come to London in the autumn.
So when
October.
What date?
The 10th.
Oh, that's okay. That's my auntie's birthday.
It's a Friday night.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah, if you two want to come, I'll get you some tickets.
Yeah, I'll definitely go. 100%. So
yeah, come along.
Tell me about your tour now that we've spoken about it.
Tell you about my tour.
Tell me about your goddamn tour.
It's going to be, it's just loads of wank jokes, pretty much.
Loads of wank jokes?
Lots of them, yeah. I'm quite rude.
Have you ever been caught wanking?
Yeah, loads.
Oh, no.
No, that's not true. Not loads.
By you? I'd feel really uncomfortable if I caught Spen. I'd be like, oh, this is a bit
Well, the thing
weird.
is, so I've been caught by my mum before when I was younger.
What age?
And when I was about 14 or 15.
Oh,
and as she walked in, I was sat at my desk in my room, and she went, "What are you doing?" And I went, "Not wanking," which is obviously like, don't say that. And then I have been caught by Sam, and I'd rather be caught by my mum.
Sorry.
I'd rather my mum.
Why are you sitting at a desk?
Because for the pornography, I didn't have a laptop.
So I had to sit on a sticky, like leathery office chair.
Yeah, and those office chairs, they go up and down a little bit as well while you're doing it, don't they? But I would rather that. Sam has caught me a couple of times.
A couple of times?
Yeah, because I didn't realise she'd come in, you know, and that's what, as soon as you're out of the house.
Were you at the desk again?
What?
Were you at the
No,
desk
I was in the bedroom, you know, dim light. I need a bit more these days. But I would rather my mum catch me, because when my mum catches me, she doesn't offer to join in. Whereas Sam will be like,
nice of her.
Sam will be like, "Oh, do you want me to?" And I go, "No, I'm just clearing out the pipes here. Like, this isn't a sexy thing."
God.
Do you not have, like, sometimes a wank, you just need to get it done?
I just, yeah, I wouldn't want.
Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're like, this isn't really a pleasure thing. I just need to get it out my system.
Well, I've never really asked, man. I don't think I'd like to walk in on him. I just think that you guys are just really furious when you do it. It doesn't seem.
Do you know how?
It doesn't seem romantic. It just looks sore.
You know how every man who puts moisturiser on does it way too hard? Is it a bit like that? Like, girls put moisturiser on so beautifully, and men just go.
Slap it. Yeah.
And that's what it's like wanking as well. Women wank beautifully, and men just.
Oh yeah, it's like you're gonna pull it off. It's like it's offended you.
There's some therapy that can be done about that, probably. It's not self-love, is it?
No, I have a friend as well who he loves wanking. Like, if you ever open his phone, there's loads of fucking porn always, and it's not just one porn.
Do you think he might have a problem?
No, he doesn't want. Well, I know some guys who wank like 3 or 4 times a day. I'm like, where'd you get the time?
I can't go 3 or 4 times. That's.
I'd be wrecked by the end of the day.
By the last one, it's like flapping a little empty balloon. You're trying to like stretch it to get it ready to blow into.
Well, he was having a private wank, what he thought was a private wank, and basically his phone was linked to the Bluetooth, and his father-in-law was in the house. Now he wanked it off. His husband noticed though, and yeah, he went mad. So his husband has caught him loads of times. You
know what though? I think. You know, the gay community, they're Premier League when it comes to horniness. And just generally, like, all my gay friends, like, I couldn't keep up with the admin of how much sex they're having.
I know, but a lot of it is, like, lots of my friends are, like, there's a few people around at the same time, so that would be okay.
Yeah, but I just mean, like, daily, like, you know, every single day. I just think, I couldn't be bothered.
No, but I also think, though...
I do mine quarterly. I know it's due, I'm due for sex because I pay my VAT.
Oh, I'd never get away
that
with that.
Bill's in.
Let's go. I couldn't have a specific day. My friends have a specific day. It's a Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, see, we don't have a specific day, but sometimes we'll go tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's more like close planning.
Or it's like, I know, not tonight, but like tomorrow I am going to be, you will not even believe your eyes tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on top.
But then quite often it'll be like, well, do you want to? And then it's like, no, we've got pasta, so we can't do it tonight because no one wants that. Do you know what I mean? You have the best intentions and then you're just full, aren't you?
We've had pasta. This is going to be a wild conversation.
Yeah, this is, we haven't even started yet, have we? I haven't even told you what the tour isn't really about anything. It's called Brash. Oh, yeah. And it's it's just
that conversation came from me asking you about your tour.
Yeah. But like lots of rude jokes. It's really good fun. I don't really have like, loads of comedians do that kind of, this is about my neurodiversity, and my neurodiversity is.
You're definitely neurodiverse.
I've got ADHD. I'm on meds and everything.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I would have said a touch of something else as well, but
autism.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't. I had the diagnosis, and he said I've got traits, but not enough.
Traits, yeah.
Yeah, I pop round for dinner, but I'm not cooking, like my younger brother is autistic and I've got ADHD.
Wow.
I only got my diagnosis.
I'd love that house. I'd say that house is so much fun.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of facts that get told. Like, it's just info dumping. I only got my diagnosis in February.
Did you?
Yeah, it was only this year.
Why did you bother? Did you just feel like wasting money on something you already knew?
Well, I wanted the drugs.
What drugs did you get?
Elvans. I'm on. It's amphetamine. It's great. I'm so much more chill, like in my life and like in my head.
Did you take any today?
Yeah.
Oh.
But this is just. But I don't feel manic, whereas I know I am manic, right? But it was like 10 times worse inside.
Really?
And I'm so much more organised now. It's changed my life.
What does your fiance think of it?
She thinks I am better.
Really?
Yeah.
Because what did she think of you before? Were you just like a tornado?
Yeah, a little bit. But I was all right, but it would be a lot of effort to like be organised and do stuff, and like loads of things fell through the cracks.
Yeah.
I've never paid a tax bill on time because I forget. Like things like that, all that kind of stuff. So they're brilliant. But when I told my dad, I called him and he went, "Oh, none of my sperm work." That's what he said.
So that your show has bits of that in it.
A little bit talking about that.
Do you do a lot of crowd work?
A bit, yeah. Like I'll do a fair bit in the show, not tons, because I want to, people.
But that's what you put
show.
in your Insta because you're not sharing your own.
You don't
jokes.
waste the material, and I'm quite good at it as well.
Yeah.
Although my viewing figures would disagree with that. But
I fell into an Insta hole the last time we worked together.
Yeah.
On you, I'm like even the whole way home, I was like, I think you do amazing Insta.
Thank you.
So follow your Insta.
Follow me on Instagram, TikTok for the youngsters. I'm on all of it.
Are you doing TikTok?
Yeah.
I do TikTok, but someone does it for me. So sometimes I go on, I'm like, oh, look what I've done.
Don't have it on your phone.
I don't watch it.
It's really bad. It's so good.
Because
it knows you.
I know, but I haven't gotten to that stage of it. Like if it was just showing me people's Chinese food orders, I'd be happy to watch it. But I'm on I don't know how to make it stop sending me weird stuff.
Well, you just have to watch it for a bit and it learns.
Flick it off.
Yeah, flick it off and then it learns what you like.
Oh God, no.
But the problem is, this is another thing. Like my screen time, ADHD. My screen time was like 8 or 9 hours a day. Just because I'd always need
doing what?
Anything. Just because I need stimulation. Whereas now it's gone down to like an hour and a half a day.
Okay, is it really an hour and a half? I call bullshit.
Let me see what it is today.
I'm ashamed of mine. I've been busy lately. How do I do it? Screen. Okay, go.
Right.
No, I haven't.
Are we doing today?
Do you know what else I want to know? I want to know, okay, screen time, and I want to know your Uber rating.
Okay, fine. Although I don't really use Uber anymore because I live in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my God, my screen time's really bad.
Hang on, I can't find it. How'd you
find
it?
I want to tell
Where'd you find it? Oh no, mine is still really bad.
Well, I'm sorry. Mine is saying today I've been on my phone for 9 hours, but I haven't been on my phone for 9 hours.
But it's other stuff. So like I drove in and used my phone's maps for an hour and a half.
Okay.
It's all that stuff. It doesn't really.
Oh, productivity on screen is I'm 3 hours.
My productivity.
Yeah.
Is an hour.
Oh God, that's good.
Yeah, and you want my Uber rating?
Yeah.
Let's do that, babes.
Okay, let's just see. We'll get to know you. How do you find? I was surprised by mine, but I have kids, so mine's gone up.
What, your Uber rating?
Yeah.
Went up when you had kids?
No, it went down when I had kids, but now it's starting to crawl back up. I'm 4.55.
4.82.
Oh God, damn it! I have kids.
Well, are they not well behaved?
No one likes kids in their car. Kids and dogs, no.
Maybe you should get them checked for ADHD. Maybe that's what the problem is. Because that's what you like. Basically, I'm a bit annoyed about it because people start being like, I think you might have ADHD, which basically means I think you're a prick. Does it? It means you're unbearable. You're so hard to be around. That basically the world has said to me, you're so hard to be around, you're allowed drugs. That's what's happened.
No, I need to get some podcast questions. This is the problem. We're both at each other, right? What's something
you've got it. This is confirmed it. This should be the diagnosis. The last 10 minutes. Just play this to any specialist, and they'll be like, yeah, because that's what happens. Is my friends with it. You just go la, 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 to each other, and then it's fine. Normal people are like, this is unbearable.
I hate. Like, remember, we recorded a pilot of a TV show together.
Yes.
I'd say those people thought we were completely insane.
Yeah, but we weren't the most insane people on it, thankfully.
Yeah, but that's people that weren't in the room. We're the most insane people in the room.
Oh, even like the other week when we were together, like they must have been like, these two.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that one. Oh, not I thought you meant the old one. Yeah, I mean.
What other TV show did we do?
We did a pilot for a show called
God, you've a great
Dirty Laundry. And it was a panel show.
Oh.
And it was, so you and I were the team captains.
Yeah.
Your ex-husband Brian hosted it.
Shut up.
Yeah, and then it was Tom Allen was on it, and we filmed it. They built.
Well, fucking look how Tom Allen did. What happened to the rest of us?
Yeah, fuck, what's going on?
God, we really fucked that pilot up.
Jesus
Christ. Tom Allen's gone stratospheric.
I did a pilot once, and I was so bad in it. Joel Dommett got the job.
No.
Yeah, it was Reality Bites, an ITV2 panel show, and I did the pilot, and it was all like, you're going to be the team captain, blah, blah, blah. Did the pilot, I turn on the telly one day, and I go, oh, it's everyone but me.
Oh, no.
It's fine, innit? He's beautiful.
I mean, yeah, did you see him at the marathon?
No.
He posted a very funny... Would you ever do the marathon?
No.
No, me neither. I'm so bad at
Two
it.
things I don't believe in, the marathon and therapy. Because they're both things that people do in their 30s and it doesn't make them a better person.
I feel like, though, I like the vibe of the marathon. I went down and I watched. I'm going to watch next year. I'm all for, like, going and cheering people on.
Yeah,
I
think
running.
it's objectively a good thing. It is just not for me.
No, me neither, especially when it's too hot like
My
that.
brother did the Royal Parks half and we went down and he forgot to tape up his nipples. So when he got there, it's just all the 2 red stripes down the front of his white shirt. That put me off.
Oh, John Terry had that as well on his nipples.
Yeah, not ideal, is it?
Okay, now, what's something you will never live down?
Okay, so I thought about this. I still to this day, it gets brought up. I'm 33 years old. When I was 17, I shit myself in an A-level English class. And
In
class, I look, I didn't mean to.
The stench. My dog shat all over the floor.
Look, I'm going to say
it
was
bad.
it was sort of halfway between a full one and a follow through. Like it wasn't a major incident, you know. Amber alert.
Was there smell?
Yeah, and like a little wet patch on the
chair. Oh no.
But the other week, I was back in my hometown, and this was maybe 3 months ago, and someone came up to me in the pub and they're like, "Excuse me, are you?"
No.
And I was like, "Here we go. Old Richardson's getting recognised. Lovely." Didcot's favourite son returns, and this girl came up. She's like, "Are you that guy that shat himself in sixth form?" And I was like, "Yes, I was."
Everyone knew
I've done
about
other
it.
work though.
Sorry, I did hosted the X Factor.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like, you know.
No one cares once you've shot yourself.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it.
Dancing on ice.
Dancing on ice.
Yeah, but that's. I did.
What happened? Dancing on ice. I absolutely.
Unbelievable. Me, Gemma Collins, and who's that other guy that did it as well have fallen over on Dancing on Ice.
Your fall was so bad.
I sat on my partner. I was trying to pull her through my legs. I went over her dress and I sat on her. And then the worst bit is I get up and pull the pose at the end and just leave her on the floor. Lovely Vicky Ogden. She's just on the floor.
But you were trying to just remember your own moves. She's a professional.
Yeah, and because I was terrible at it. Like I really liked the skating.
It's so hard though.
Yeah, have you done it?
No, but I've ice skated.
Yeah, so the ice skating bit was really like fun. It was hard to learn, but I enjoyed it and I can ice skate well.
Yeah.
I can't dance. I've got no rhythm.
Oh, I can't dance either.
And I was only in for a week. Story of my life.
You were the first out.
Well, no, even worse. I left in week 4, but I was put in late as a replacement for someone who was injured.
Who?
Rufus Hound was ill, I think. It was like during COVID, so everyone was super cautious.
Oh,
and
God.
on your contract, so you do all the training like everyone else, and then I had 2 days left before I was done, and they went, "Rufus is ill, you're going in." And
So
I went
kinda
in,
got away
and
with
I got voted out straight away. Well, I didn't. The panel voted me out.
Because you're so shit.
Yeah, what's he called? Christopher Dean. Wanker.
I actually don't know who Christopher Dean is.
Torval and Dean. Oh yeah, you're not British. Like, we really held on to them.
Do you really love them?
No, they're ice. They're like they won an Olympic gold medal years ago, and they were the judges
heard their
on it.
names.
Yeah, like they're amazing, but he didn't like me.
I mean, you were a bit shit from the video I saw.
I
on Instagram.
wasn't great, and also we trained. So my partner I trained with was an American girl, and she was taught by him to ice skate. And we would train in Ali Pali with them, and it was empty because it was COVID, so it was just us and Torval and Dean. And I would always.
Why are they still ice skating together?
Yeah, because they would skate on the show sometimes.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to say this, and I think this is true of a lot of sports people. He has no sense of humour.
Okay,
So I would be like me, and he would be very unimpressed by that.
Oh.
And also I would sort of go, oh, it's only a bit of ice skating, innit? And obviously it's his entire life. Like he had no sense.
He couldn't wait to get you out.
Yeah, and even at one point, so I fell over twice on TV. The first time I went, there's not a clip online, and I'm really glad. The first day you ice skate in front of Torval and Dean, and I was terrible. So he gave me a broom pole to hold. He's like, your arms are everywhere, hold this. And as I'm holding it, I trip, and because I'm holding something, I landed on the ice face first.
Oh, God.
I had concussion. They wouldn't let me drive home.
Stop.
Yeah, I was I had a black eye, everything. And the noise when I hit the ice.
Oh.
But when they played it on the show, I said to Christopher Dean, that's your fault, that is. Well, that's your fault. And he was not happy. He's like, no, actually, that was nothing to do with me. And I'm like, well, you gave me I was only joking. I don't care.
Because when I did Strictly Christmas, I really thought I was going to get better. I was just so disappointing. Because did you not feel like you were kind of getting the hang of it? I thought I was kind of dancing. And then I watched myself and I was like, who the fuck is that?
So I nailed learning to skate. I loved, and I was really good at that. And I liked learning something. It was just once we danced. Any good skating was out the window.
I hate dancing. There, I said it.
I hate it as well.
I'm shit at it.
My girlfriend, fiance now, I suppose, every wedding we go to, she's like, let's have a dance. I'm like, no, never.
No,
never.
I never dance, ever.
Why?
Ever.
What is enjoyable about it?
I never even thought about that. I literally never, ever dance on a dance floor.
Why?
Ever. Sometimes when I'm on my own, though.
Like maybe when I was like 18 and single and desperate, like.
No, that would have made it worse for you. So you finally.
Fucking hell. They're not like. Do I not have a?
Desperate.
Do I not have a gangly charm? That's what I think.
You are gangly. I'm gangly too, though.
Yeah.
So
you're a bit more graceful than me.
I actually amn't. Everyone says that I'm heavy-footed. Heavy-footed, and a TV person once told me that I walked like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. You know, you're doing your walk in and out, and he was like, "Stop with the arms." I was like, "What?" And he was
Do
like,
you not have a model walk that?
No, my model walk was Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. So a subject you can talk about for hours. I already know this about you.
Airplanes, aircraft, aviation.
Would you describe yourself as a nerd?
When it comes to that, yeah. I don't think I've got it. I've just gotten rid of the old issue. I subscribe to a magazine.
I know what you're going to say.
Called Airliner World. I'm on a 2-year subscription, and it's a magazine all about. And look, I'm going to say this.
How much is it a month?
Well, it's £90 for 2 years, so it's not that bad, right? $4.50 a month or something.
Yeah.
It's not interested in military aircraft.
Okay.
Not interested at all. Commercial aviation only.
That's
and
it.
A bit of business. Like I'm not bothered. So like.
Have you found a hack to get like business class for really cheap, or that's not what
I
you're
mean, points and credit cards and all that. I quite like all that as well. Ugh. I don't really do it much anymore. I don't go anywhere now.
I want to go on that. Do you ever see those people on that place where they go in and it's a double bed with a shower and everything?
Oh yeah, that Etihad do it, and Singapore.
And
Qatar do as well. I don't know. The residence it's called in Etihad, and that's like you get your own bathroom, and there's a separate bedroom and living area. I think that's ridiculous. You know who you want to ask if you see him in this building? Aled Jones has done it, because I worked with him once and he was like, I've just come back from Abu Dhabi. He got upgraded from first to the residence.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What's the difference between first then?
Well, first is like seats that turn into a bed, and that is like.
Well, that's business to see this, but what's the difference?
First is like I mean, we'll have to have a look, but Etihad, it's like. It's much bigger and more fancy.
Okay.
I came back from Australia Etihad once, and you can bid for an upgrade, and I paid like £300. And they came around, they're like, what would you like to eat? There was obviously a really nice menu. And I went, I'll have the steak. And they went, how would you like it cooked? I went, well, however it comes. I went, no, we've got a chef.
Oh my God.
There's a chef on board.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Do you know what I think they're missing? And I know you probably won't agree with me, but like if I was to pay for business class, and let's say I did that 17-hour flight to Perth, which was an absolute joy. No internet, nothing. I did the 17. If there was a little gym on board.
Yeah, well, I think those now, the Australian ones, they're going to do, because they want to do to Sydney, they're going to have like a little exercise area. I don't think there's going to be equipment, but there's somewhere you can go and do like a bit of yoga or something.
You could take your bands, your resistance bands.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'd absolutely love that. I have a little airline quiz for you.
Okay.
Do you particularly love the Concorde?
I did Concorde as my mastermind subject.
Oh yeah, so I have something about that after.
Yeah, which so I like Concorde, but that was a compromise with the mastermind people.
Why? What did you
I
want?
wanted to do British Airways, but they were like, "That's an advert for British Airways," and I went, "Yes, I'm trying to get a lifetime gold card."
What's a lifetime gold card?
Like people like Rebecca Brooks have got them, like where you can fly. You don't have to. It never goes back down again. You just got a gold card forever.
And so, what? You fly free?
No, you still pay, but it's like reduced, and you get treated like a god. But I thought that was my way into getting one, and the BBC scuppered it.
Okay, here's some plain questions.
Go on then.
What happens when someone dies over international waters?
I mean, I would argue that's more of a question about international politics and borders. That isn't a question about. There's nothing to. Okay, that's more about what I don't know what happens.
Okay, what happens when someone dies on a plane?
When someone dies on a plane, they obviously have to they put them in a seat, I think, and just cover them up. I don't know. And then I guess you get to the country and you have to go through the rigmarole of getting them off the plane.
I know, but I wouldn't want to be flying to Perth and then the fella beside me dies and I'm stuck with him for
not his fault, is it?
16 hours.
Well, where are they going to put him?
It's not my fault either.
It's not like a cruise ship where,
Put him where they put the umbrellas.
Just at the door. Prop him up on the bar in Virgin.
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's in.
You couldn't be expected to sit beside a dead body.
No,
even if it was someone I knew, I'd be like, get me away from them.
Maybe I guess they might take it somewhere else in the plane. Are you going to tell me now?
The body is typically stored on board, often in a crew area away from other passengers.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But what about if it's like a Ryanair flight? Because there's nowhere you can store a body.
There's literally nowhere.
Like, they can't.
Maybe they put it in the toilet.
One of the toilets, yeah.
God, did you ever hear about that plane that they had?
He fucking stinks in there, Jesus. Like, what's he dropped? Smells like something's died in his arsehole.
There was a flight, an Air India flight, that had to turn back because 11 of the 12 toilets had been blocked.
Yeah, a BA flight a couple of years ago had to come back because someone did such a massive dump, it broke the entire system.
Well, on this flight, people were shoving jumpers and stuff down there.
Why?
And their packed lunch. I don't know. I don't know why people do shit.
It's like, I've been on a plane before to Ibiza or Alicante when I went to Benidorm a couple of years ago. And, everyone's doing drugs on the plane. I was with my dad.
Just sitting there.
And then, in front of you, there's lads, doing drugs on the plane. And there's one guy reading a book, huffing and puffing. And he goes up and tells on him. And my dad goes, don't, because we'll end up in Toulouse for 5 hours. Just don't ruin our holiday because you're annoyed. But, why flush the stuff when you've already got it on the plane? That's the hard bit.
It's just, it's just bizarre. Have you ever seen those flights to Ibiza? My friend was on one and took a video and it looked like the most, I would be so petrified. They're all just jumping around. I'm like, oh my God.
I've been on one before where we've taken off and they've said there will be no alcohol served on this flight because it's so rowdy.
Yeah.
Friday, 5 p.m. from Stansted is feral. To Alicante, everyone's in fancy dress. It's just stag do's. Horrendous.
Stansted is the only airport I just can't.
I hate it.
I can't do it. Luton, grand. It's not that far from my house. Stansted is basically it's practically in Wales.
Just drive to Germany.
Yeah,
it's easier.
I cannot do Stansted. It's the worst.
I mean, I love the whole London airport thing because I live in Oxfordshire and I live 10 minutes from London Oxford Airport is what it's called. It is 63 miles from London.
London Oxford.
It's called London Oxford.
Is that not a private airfield?
Yeah, it is a private jet place. You can't fly commercially from there, but it's called London Oxford. And you think,
is that
but
where
it's
you're
not.
Flying from?
It's not London.
What's your favourite private jet?
Learjet's a classic, obviously. The Learjet 45 is a real classic model. If you're going to see one of those, they're very pretty.
What about the G5s?
I don't mind. Once again, private stuff, I know a bit about, but it's mainly commercial airliners that I'm big into.
Okay, why can't you use your phone during takeoff and landing? And why are we told to switch our phones to airplane mode? Does it actually affect anything?
Yes, it's the communications it can affect. I think these days it's better than it used to be. What the air traffic control communications, the radios, and also the the radar-y stuff, I guess.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
GPS systems.
You're right. Is it true that no one's ever died due to a plane crash caused by turbulence?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I think that might be true.
Yeah, it is true. No plane has ever crashed because of turbulence.
Yeah, it's like the best way to talk about it is it's like you've put a plane in jelly and
Yeah.
it just wobbles up and down. It doesn't go anywhere, but it's just up and down.
Okay, is it true that pilots and co-pilots are never allowed to eat the same in-flight meal in case one gets food poisoning?
True.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. Of course, of course you want them to.
It's not real food though. It's so like ugh.
But you know they like over salt it and stuff because your taste buds change in pressurized cabins.
Really?
Yeah. So the food, how it tastes in the air, it wouldn't taste the same on the ground. And all the airlines have a pressurized dining room where they test their meals.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in their
really?
head offices.
Oh, I always buy my food on the ground and take it up with me.
Even if you're going on a long flight.
Yeah, I just get it.
Really?
I really hate plain food unless if I'm getting asked what's,
Yeah, like if
how
you
I
like
want my steak.
if you like first class or business, the food's all right.
Yeah, but you want to. Come on.
Yeah, fine.
I'm not doing that all the time, so I bring my own.
Really? You
Sometimes-
private mostly, actually.
Mainly private.
Mainly private. Look, you're married to a very posh man, I'm assuming. If it's not horses, it's private jets how you're getting around.
Yeah, that's the only way I travel.
Yeah,
now.
that's fair enough.
Yeah. How many birds a year are killed by planes?
Oh, I bet it's tons. I bet it's loads.
Like, guess around how many?
I reckon 20,000.
130 birds.
that it?
30,000.
I was going to say. Have you never landed and there's all blood on the front of your plane where it's hit a bird?
No.
Or they tell you it's a bird. It might be like they've run over a gnat.
No, but I wouldn't. 130,000, but doesn't that sometimes blow up an engine?
Yeah, it can go in the engine and they have to go back. Last week, a plane taking off sucked in a rabbit.
Oh
a
no,
little
the
rabbit
poor
on the
rabbit.
airfield.
Oh god. What happened to Malaysia Airlines flight 370?
So I think it was on purpose. I think the pilot did it. I think it was a suicide flight.
Where the hell is it though? How do they still not know where it is?
Because a lot of the ocean, there's not great. They can't see them all the time. There is parts where it's blind spots. But the guy who was the pilot had done the flight and taken that diversion at home on a flight simulator. So I think it was on purpose.
So he did that on.
I think it was can
so
you
he was
remember
practicing
Eurowings?
the route.
Yeah, and practicing leaving the routes.
Oh my god, I never knew that.
Because the Eurowings guy years ago did it, didn't he? It was a suicide.
What was the Eurowings? I love this story about the flight. It's so fascinating.
So Eurowings, there was a Eurowings flight, a German airline, and the pilot crashed the plane on purpose. So the co-pilot went to the loo, he locked the door and crashed the plane on purpose. It was like a suicide thing.
Jesus, why would you have to take everybody else with you?
I know, right? That's not fair.
It's so crap.
It's lucky it wasn't a Ryanair flight though, because you'd still have to get a bus to heaven the other end.
What's your favourite conspiracy theory then?
Of all conspiracy theories,
Yeah.
I don't believe any of them.
Do you not believe I would? Do you know? I like to think that I won't believe any of them, and then I just decide that I believe all of them.
Which one do you like?
What about the one that Stevie Wonder can actually see?
Yes, I believe that actually.
Do
I've
you?
seen him catch the mic stand.
That's what everyone said. He was, and also he looks people in the eye for too long. But I just can't imagine he spent his whole life pretending to be blind.
Or maybe he has some vision. So, Chris McCausland, he can see. He knows if someone stood in front of him because he can see some light.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
He's got he's blind, but he's I know that you're there because I see a tiny bit of light.
Yeah, maybe. Have you heard that story about Denver International Airport?
What, that it's a big old sort of is it the Illuminati?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is but I've heard that loads of times, and I suppose
Yeah.
it's just a story that's going around. But I kind of believe that as well.
Do you really?
Well, because it's got all these weird murals, underground tunnels.
Yeah.
What are they doing with themselves?
You're just describing Tottenham Court Road station.
Listen, it's the Illuminati.
Okay, fine. Well, are you in the Illuminati?
No, I'm not in the Illuminati. What about the pyramids? How do you think they were built? I have so many conversations with my husband about this, and it's actually really boring.
Have you ever been
No.
to see them?
Have you
I went
been?
last year. They are incredible
Yeah, but how do you think they were built?
by people.
You do, but
Yeah.
but have you seen all that new stuff where there's all those really long weird tombs under the.
Yeah, but I still think it was built by people.
But how? How would they be able to lift those
loads.
blocks?
Well, so when I went, the tour guide was telling us that they've just worked out there was a canal that they built to come through, so they floated them all in.
Floated
on
all the
barges.
blocks in?
Yeah. Because a lot of the blocks are from thousands of miles away. They're from like the other end of Egypt.
Yeah, but how would they be able to get all those blocks on top of each other when they're
Well,
so
they'd
heavy?
use ramps and things, and like there'd be hundreds of them pulling them.
So you don't believe it's aliens?
I don't think it's aliens. No. Do you think it's aliens? I do think.
I could believe that as well.
I think there's aliens, and they know, and they've been. So.
You think there's aliens?
Yeah, I think there's aliens. Obviously, there's aliens, but
Well,
like
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but I think they have evidence of it and like have recovered
Like,
bodies and things.
What is it, Area 51?
Yeah, I think all that's true.
And to think what we thought about all those people who said they'd been abducted, and they probably were. What about Paul McCartney being replaced?
No, I don't believe that, but I do believe Avril Lavigne's been replaced.
Do you really though?
No.
But it does.
That's a really big one. Joe did a podcast about it.
Yeah, Joanne did that. Yeah. People are obsessed with it. She got loads of abuse of the Avril Lavigne fans.
Did she? Yeah. Well, all 9 of them that are left?
You want to see her at Glastonbury.
Really?
Couldn't get near. Now, I wasn't there. I didn't stay for the Sunday, but like, she could not get near her.
That's quite cool.
I mean, Avril Lavigne.
She did do a song with Machine Gun Kelly that I really like, to be fair.
God, there's something a bit smelly looking about him.
Yeah, but he did a couple of pop punk albums. Look at the state of me.
I
love
know,
all
you're
that
like
shit.
a reformed.
Yes, I am a reformed emo.
Emo.
I am very much a reformed
But you weren't
emo.
an emo when you were like, when I knew you years ago.
No, so I was when I was younger, and then you know what? I've lent into it more in my 30s because I've got a Vans near me, so I just shop in there all the time.
That's what I said. I wear Vans, and it doesn't make me an emo.
No, but I'm very like
Vanny.
Yeah.
It's
And
a good
also,
brand.
I mean, like, I still listen to all that music. I've never gotten over it.
Like who?
Oh my god!
no.
Like, so on Monday, I'm going to see Mark Hoppus from Blink-182 do a talk about his book. Like, that's how into it all I am.
Wow.
Me and Sean Walsh are going.
Well, people absolutely love Blink-182 because I watch the Kardashians and I see how much
Travis
they love.
Barker.
They love him.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He seems a very nice guy, and also nearly died in a plane crash.
He did, and then didn't fly for years. So when they come on tour, he's only just started flying again.
Yeah.
When they came on tour,
To hear.
Yeah.
And he didn't fly.
He gets a boat. He gets on a cruise for a week to come and do Europe. So years ago, they did a tour, like a press tour before a tour, and 2/3 of them came over because he's like, there's no point in coming over for 2 days.
Oh my
so
god.
they did my radio show years ago, and they were like, yeah, he doesn't come to these because.
Did you die when they were on your radio show?
Yeah, I absolutely died.
The best famous people you've ever met?
Yes, probably the best famous people I've ever met.
I found some things out about famous people as well.
Yeah, go on.
Katie Price.
Katie Price.
What happened when you met her?
So I would like to start this by saying I really liked Katie Price. She
Yeah.
was really good fun.
Yeah.
I did a show with her, and she went right. So I met her. I did a show called Celebrity Haunted Mansion.
I did that!
Yeah, you came on.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember you were hosting that.
Yeah, me and Christine Lampard.
And I had to...
I've only just remembered you did it.
Yes! I had to share a room with Matt Johnson.
Yeah.
Which was a bit weird. To put
Yeah, well, because I guess they filmed you in the rooms, didn't they? You did the first season, so Celebrity Haunted Hotel.
Yeah,
And then we
yeah.
did it in a mansion the second season. And then it never came back because it was very expensive and nobody saw it. And I remember once I did the spin-off show in the afternoons, and it was on W, which is obviously a digital channel. And at one point they went, highest figures we've ever had in the slot. And I was like, oh, yeah, what are they? And they were like, 72,000. I was like, this is so expensive for the population of Banbury to see.
You already know that it's going to be on its way out as well.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
damn.
loved it. It was such a good show, but she did the second season.
Yeah.
And so I met her, and she was really nice and really fun and up
Yeah.
for it. So she said to me, she's like, look, 2 things. She went, I don't care about anything you say. I'll play along with it. Like, you can have as much fun as you like.
Oh, I love that.
You're cool.
Yeah.
And the second thing, she went, how old are you? And I went, oh, at the time I was probably like 28. And she went, oh, and she went, bet you've had a few wanks over me.
Had you?
No.
Had you not?
No, it was never my thing, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Like, I like sort of androgynous, moody girls.
Yeah, that's very true,
Yeah, yeah.
actually.
The only time I've ever deviated from that path, it was a disaster, so I just don't do it anymore.
Okay, I have celebrity questions for you.
Yes, go.
Just because I know you're going to be cutthroat. Someone you'd never want to meet again.
Oh, Iggy Azalea, what a prick.
Really?
Oh, awful woman. Absolute
Is
twat.
she the 212?
No, that's Azalea Banks. Iggy Azalea was...
the blonde Australian.
Yeah, awful. I did Buzzcocks with her years ago, and she was an absolute arsewipe.
Well, is it interesting? I've actually heard that about her, but she's not on TV anymore.
Well, she's also not that big anymore. She sort of had her moment, didn't she?
Yeah.
But yeah, she's just really rude to everybody.
Well, when someone's a dick, you're like, you're not going to last very long
No.
in this, my friend.
Yeah, it's so her for sure. Oh God, there's loads. I think everyone's a bellend.
Someone you had to unfollow or mute on socials.
All comedians, because I don't need to see how your career's going. Thank you.
Do you actually do that?
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, I've no respect for you, and you're doing live at the Apollo. What's going on?
The most overrated celeb.
Of all celebs, the most overrated of all celebrities. That's a really good question.
An overrated celeb. Let me think of who I would think it is.
Right, this is going to cause chaos probably with your fans. Beyoncé, I don't get it.
I have to be honest. I'm not like. I think she's an absolute ride. I loved Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
I went to see her in concert last year with a brand. I didn't buy tickets because it wouldn't be my kind of thing to go and watch. And she just got changed all the time. But she spent like 10 minutes getting changed. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you're wearing. Get back out of here and do Crazy in Love now.
It's like shopping with your mum, isn't it? When you're little, going, just stop changing, just pick an outfit to buy.
Or do a Taylor Swift where she gets changed in 10 seconds.
So I think Taylor Swift's great, but Beyonce, I just don't get it. And everyone talks about her like she's this amazing. She's Radiohead for Prosecco drinkers.
Yeah, but I don't even think so anymore. I don't think her tour is selling that well.
No, because she's done it it's so expensive.
So, well, all gigs are kind of expensive.
My tour, maximum ticket price £18.
Well, do you know what? You're a man of the people.
Can't go wrong,
We
can you?
appreciate that.
There we go.
I'm going to your tour and I'm not even going to pay £18.
No, of course you're not going to pay £18.
I'm actually going to get £32 for free off you.
You're very welcome to as well.
Okay, who would you hate to be stuck on with on a desert island with?
Who would I hate to be stuck on a desert island with? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Myself. Just me.
I feel like if we had to be stuck with each other for long periods of time on a desert island, we'd actually be so tired by the end of the day.
Yeah, we'd be fine. Sleep like babies. Nothing would get done though.
Nothing.
Like, we didn't build the campfire. Oh, we'll die tonight then.
Oh well,
it'd be a good laugh though.
It would be fun. See who survives. Okay, who do you think fakes or exaggerates their public persona?
Oh gosh. Who do I think?
Yeah.
Okay. I find anyone who is sort of like super nicey Mr. Charity, I always think that's fake. Anyone who's like, I've raised £8 million for charity. Tom Cruise, like those kind of people who are like, I bought the whole crew dinner. You're like,
you see,
because I think you're probably a bellend deep down.
Yeah, it's not like
it's
Keanu
so
Reeves.
forced.
Keanu Reeves does it and doesn't tell anyone.
Exactly.
He brought them on motorcycles, did he?
Did he?
Or a Rolex, one or the other. I prefer the Rolex.
But like, I just find that anyone that does, there's quite a few people, I've done this for everyone, guys. Don't you worry. And you're like, ugh.
Oh no, I hate when
But
people...
I think Tom Cruise, I think that's definitely fake. I think he's probably not a very nice man.
Well, I suppose he's just so famous that he just couldn't give a shit.
I don't know. Like, obviously, I don't know, but like, it's I don't know. I find it a bit forced.
So I'm going to do a section then on you ask a comedian. What's a story from your early comedy days that makes you cringe now?
Oh my God, there's so many.
I just can't imagine you caring if you bombed.
Oh, I care so much. Like, I care if I have a really, like, Sam thinks I'm insane because she'll come into a gig with me and I'll have like a really good gig and she'll be like, oh, that was great. And I go, it wasn't good enough though. Like, I want it to be like, they can't breathe from laughing. And she's like, but they all had everyone loved it. And I went, yeah, but they didn't love it enough.
Oh God.
Like, I'm insane. And then...
Would you wake up at like 3 a.m. if you had a bad gig and be like, oh my God?
No, I've had a few though where I've had a little moment in the car afterwards and thought maybe this isn't for me.
Really?
Yeah, most recently I did the Heating and Ventilation Awards of East Anglia. I think that's the one you do before you host the BAFTAs, isn't it? And that's the difference between me and Ramesh. I started out with Ramesh, I knew him as a teacher, and like he's hosting the BAFTAs and I'm going to East Anglia for heating and ventilation. He's not doing the film BAFTAs as well, is he?
Can you get me a discount? Will they do a discount?
If you live in East Anglia.
Oh, so they don't do it. Okay, fine.
So I went to this awards and they didn't have a proper sound system. And so I got up and I did stand up and no one could hear me. So they all just started talking. So I'm doing it to one table. And I did under my time and the woman went, because no one could hear me. So I was like, this is pointless. And the woman went, hey, if you want to get paid, you have to go around and do like, I'd love you to go around and like tell a few jokes to each table, like a close-up fucking magician.
No.
I just said, I'm fine, thanks, I'll just go.
And she didn't pay you?
Yeah, I didn't get paid full for it.
Shut up.
They were well, I think in the end, because I fought it because they were like, I was like, you didn't have the right sound system, so it's not my fault. But they didn't want to.
Well, you can't be going around. That's really uncomfortable. It's like magicians. I know that you love magicians.
I do love a magician, yeah.
You see, I can't bear it.
Really?
I see one and I'm like, please, fucking God, don't come near me. And I just, honestly, because I know it's made up.
But why don't you have that problem? You like stand-up.
I love stand-up.
But it's the same trick.
But it's not, because I'm having to, like, it's too much. Like, a joke is just handed to me on a plate.
Yeah, I
Whereas
suppose.
the trick, I have to really concentrate, and then I can't.
Gotta remember a number and a colour.
I know, but I couldn't be arsed. And what if it's shit and it takes so long?
Also, the problem with magicians. So I really like magicians, and I used to do magic as a teenager. I used to do kids' parties as like a 15-year-old.
Stop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I lost my virginity as late as you'd imagine. And...
Above or below 20?
I'd rather not comment on that at this time. Below 20, like I was, you know, like
I was
7.
I was quite late. That was my choice.
Yeah. You really grew into your gangliness, didn't you? Yeah, I used to do kids' parties and like magic shows in my garage for all the kids that lived in the roads.
Stop! You're such a geek.
Yeah, I'm so sad.
Yeah. Wait till I tell you about the planes.
Who'd have thought the planes is like not my biggest hit?
How did you get your girlfriend? She's such a ride.
She's and amazing. I remember the first time we got on a plane. We went on holiday together for the first time. We flew out of London City. Lovely. And we sat down on the plane and I went, well, did you know this is an Bombardier 170 and they are one of the limited number of jet engine planes that are allowed to fly from London City because of the noise restrictions, and it's one of the steepest takeoff and landings in the world, and you have to have special training
at London City.
Yeah, because it's right in the city, right? And she looked at me and she went, "What the fuck was all of that?" We were like 6 months into being with each other.
Too late. She was on the plane.
What? And I was like, oh yeah, I like planes. And she's like,
so you'd left out the planes for the good choice.
Yeah,
clever.
Well, I think it's one of those things. I sort of buried it a bit like my reformed emo-ness. I buried it in my 20s and sort of let it have a resurgence later on in my early 20s. Yeah. So like, you know, and she doesn't mind it so much. She doesn't love that the Airliner World magazine has a centerfold. Every month it's a different plane and it's like a centerfold so you can put it on your wall. No, I don't stick it up. Although when I bought...
Look at you like we'd be shocked if you stuck it up. Like, I think that's exactly what you would do. Let me get the blue tag.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Yeah, I like planes. And but she didn't love when I bought all the flight controls to play Flight Simulator at home. She thought that was a bit sad.
No, I couldn't.
She made me sell them.
I couldn't marry a gamer. I couldn't do it.
I'm not really a gamer, but like I did do that.
No, God. I went to this place and they had a whole gaming room. And I was like, who is coming to... It was a members club, a gaming room.
Really?
Now, in fairness, I can get quite addicted to games. I don't use them. I don't like my son asked me to play Mario Kart the other day, and I was like, this won't be a good idea because you won't get it back.
And also, are you competitive as well?
Very competitive.
Yeah, that's not fun, is it?
Yeah. So, and I wouldn't let him win.
No. And it's so I think I've let it come back, but yeah, I bought that kind of stuff. I had a real roller coaster tycoon phase in lockdown. I'm going to tell you that. Hours a day. Like I get really into a game and then I get bored of it.
Looking at roller coasters?
No, you build a theme park and run it. My favourite game though for ages was...
Did you do Sims?
Yeah, I quite like The Sims.
Oh my God. You basically I had this little thing just...
People told me to get a life, so I did. My favourite was Airline Tycoon, where you ran an airline. So you'd pick the routes, you'd work out what planes you're using. It was basically Football Manager for virgins.
Who would you like? What airline? If you could own any airline in the world, what are you going to own?
Singapore Airline, Airways, that's really nice. Cathay's nice. Or one of the Middle Eastern ones. Like you'll find the worse the human rights, the better the airline.
Matt, thank you so much for being
Is that everything?
No, you're not like going anywhere.
I,
We're
don't,
gonna
I
do
feel
the
like we
bonus.
didn't even do
didn't-
any podcast.
We didn't even touch the sides on what I had written down, and I did think about this yesterday. I was like, "There's probably no point in adding." Oh, like look at all my notes in here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, we're not gonna get through any of that. But you're on tour.
I'm on tour
September.
till the end of November.
Nice.
Tickets are selling fast in some places and badly in others, so please come.
We'd love to. Thank you for coming on the pod.
Thank you.